Yes, AG Cornerman Boxing. I'm here with Mr. Tom Loeffler. First of all, thank you for your time. Congratulations on winning another 2 championships. What's your reaction? How do you feel right now?
Triple G, two-time world champion. He had a historic 20 title defense run the first time around. 23 knockouts in a row at one point. Now he's a two-time world champion. I think it was a great fight for the fans. Action-packed fight. Neither one of these guys took a step backwards. Both were landing great power punches. Triple G, I think it was a close fight. Triple G got the nod because he scored the knockdown in the first round. He opened up that cut the second round from a punch. Kept working on that cut and really not only affected that eye but the other eye. You got to give Derevyanchenko a lot of credit for landing power punches, but the degree or the strength of the power of Triple G's punches on both Sergey's eyes were closing quickly in the back when he was getting checked out by the doctor. You got to give his cut man a lot of credit, because I could have seen that fight with a different person working those cuts being stopped late, because Gennady just kept relentlessly throwing those headshots, really powerful shots, as well as effective body shots. And look, Derevyanchenko kept answering back, kept coming. I think Gennady just outworked him to get the decision, and for sure the knockdown helped.
Right, I mean, what a performance from both guys, man. Yeah. Tremendous chins, a lot of action.
There were no losers in the fight tonight, because look, Derevyanchenko raised his profile. This was for sure the highest profile fight of his career.
Absolutely.
He had a controversial loss to
Danny Jacobs,
split decision. So he fought well in that fight. But this fight was on a whole different level. Full Madison Square Garden, fighting Triple G at MSG. You know, he's not going to be a loser in this fight, because the exposure that he's got.
Absolutely.
You know, he's younger than Triple G. He just got experience. I think this is his 15th professional fight. So, you know, I think Derevyanchenko definitely raised his profile. He might have scared away a few people from wanting to fight him with that type of a performance. You know, why take that risk? I can see people saying, but you got to give him a lot of credit, and a lot more people know who Sergey Derevyanchenko is after this fight, and Triple G really is cementing his legacy as a Hall of Fame fighter, now becoming a two-time world champion.
Absolutely, and in my humble opinion, that I feel like that was fight of the year. Where do you rank that amongst the best fights?
Look, I mean, there have been some great fights this year, so I don't know. Definitely, you got to put it up there as a candidate for fight of the year. I think that 10th round, when both guys were just throwing non-stop punches, hard punches, that could be round of the year.
Right.
But Triple G closed the show strong. He won the 11th and the 12th round in order to really to get the victory.
Absolutely, man. And, I mean, I feel like it raised Triple G's. He's already high prolific, but I feel like it raised it even more, because now fans are questioning if he's getting older.
A lot of people thought, you know, he's 37. You know, how long could he sustain that type of stamina? Trained really hard for this fight. But you got to give him credit. You got to give both guys credit. Triple G won the titles, won the night, but I see Derevyanchenko, this was his highest profile fight, certainly the biggest purse of his career against Triple G, and he added a lot of value, not only to his bank account tonight, but a lot of value for his career, and I'm sure he gained a lot of fans tonight, so you got to give Derevyanchenko a lot of credit.
Absolutely. And where do we go from here, you being a Triple G's promoter? Is he looking for maybe a little tune-up, a rematch, a Babubu Andrade, maybe a unification?
We'll see. We'll sit down with the zone and see what's next. Murata is always an interesting proposition. We've talked about that fight for a little while now. Over in Japan, Murata's world champion, Triple G's a world champion. Wow. Murata is Olympic champion, so he's pretty much a folk hero over there in Japan. That would be a big fight. But there's a lot of great fights out there. You know, there's other names in the middleweight division, which would be interesting. If there's a compelling fight at super middleweight, I think Triple G would consider it if it's a much bigger fight than what he can get at middleweight because he makes middleweight easy. So really at this point, when he was knocking everybody out, he created the legend of Triple G, but it made the champions not want to fight him. It was bizarre. A unified world champions and the top level contenders or the world champions didn't want to have anything to do with Triple G. Now at 37, and this would be his fourth 12-round fight. It seems that people are finally starting to want to take the risk and fight him. So I think we'll see him in some great matchups.
Right, I think this is a win for everybody tonight,
Absolutely.
man.
Yeah, especially the fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What kind of message would you just give to all the fans that come out to support every time all your shows? Just on a final
we
note.
appreciate the fans coming out to Madison Square Garden. Triple G's always had a lot of love here in New York at the Mecca of boxing, and everyone tuning in internationally, whether on the Zone here in the U.S. And in their territories. Sky in the UK showed the fight, and it was in various international territories. So we really appreciate everyone's support for Triple G and for this event. You gotta give credit for the undercard fighters too. Ali Akhmedov had a great win.
Absolutely.
First round knockout against Andrew Hernandez, who went the distance with Caleb Plant, who's the current world champion. So that was a big statement for Ali. Madrimov had another tremendous performance. Baranchuk had a good performance. Brian Sabayo, who's local here from Brooklyn, New York, had a great performance. It was a nice show for the fans.
Speaking of Ali, do you think he's next to carry the torch as far as the next Triple G, something like that?
I really think so. I think he's tabbed. We've tabbed him as a future world champion at 168 pounds. He looks great in training and sparring, and when you unleash him in the ring like this with a first round knockout, that was a big statement.
Yeah, he's got some bricks in his hands too, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Loeffler. God bless you and wish you the best.
Good
Thank
to talk
you.
to you.